In the quaint town of Willowbrook, a soft drizzle fell as Emily, a widowed mother of two, wiped down the counter of her tiny restaurant, Harvest Haven. It wasn't much, a few tables, a chalkboard menu, and the faint aroma of homemade bread wafting through the air, but it was hers. Every penny she earned went toward keeping the lights on and food on the table for her kids. It was nearing closing time when the bell above the door jingled. Emily looked up and saw a man enter, drenched from the rain. His clothes were tattered, and his eyes carried the weight of countless unspoken struggles. He hesitated at the door, as if unsure whether he belonged. "Come in, please," Emily said with a warm smile, her voice cutting through the hum of the storm outside. The man nodded and shuffled to a corner table. He didn't look at the menu, instead, he sat quietly, hands folded, avoiding her gaze. When Emily approached, he murmured, "I don't have any money. I'm sorry for taking up space." Her heart ached at his words. Without hesitation, she said, "Don't worry about that. You're hungry, and I have food. That's all that matters." She brought him a steaming bowl of vegetable soup, a slice of freshly baked bread, and a small cup of coffee. He ate slowly, savoring every bite, tears glistening in his eyes. When he was done, he stood awkwardly by the door. "Thank you," he said, his voice trembling. "You didn't have to do that." Emily smiled gently. "Sometimes we all need a little kindness." The man hesitated before leaving but didn't say anything else. Emily noticed he left something folded neatly on the table, a small piece of paper. Curious, she opened it and found a handwritten note. "You have no idea what this meal means to me. My name is Henry. I lost everything, my family, my job, my home, but today, you reminded me that there's still good in this world. Thank you for giving me hope when I had none." Emily felt a lump rise in her throat as she tucked the note into her pocket, thinking little of it beyond its heartfelt sentiment. Months passed, and life went on. Emily continued to pour her heart into her restaurant, but financial struggles loomed. One day, as she was preparing to lock up, a sleek black car pulled up outside. A man in a tailored suit stepped out and entered the restaurant. "Are you Emily?" he asked. "Yes," she replied, puzzled. "I work for Mr. Henry Caldwell," he said, handing her an envelope. Emily froze. The name sounded familiar, but she couldn't quite place it. When she opened the envelope, her hands trembled. Inside was a letter and a check, written out for an amount large enough to pay off her debts and secure her children's future. The letter read, "Dear Emily, that night in your restaurant saved my life. I was at my lowest, ready to give up, but your kindness showed me that there's still beauty in this world. I've since found my way back, rebuilt my life, and started a foundation to help those in need. Please accept this as a small token of my gratitude. Your act of compassion changed everything for me. With all my heart. Henry Caldwell." Emily collapsed into a chair, tears streaming down her face. Her small act of kindness, a meal given freely, had set off a ripple effect she could never have imagined. From that day forward, Harvest Haven became more than just a restaurant. It became a symbol of hope, a place where no one was turned away, and where kindness was served as generously as the food. And Emily? She carried Henry's letter in her pocket, a constant reminder that even the smallest acts of compassion can change the course of someone's life, and, sometimes, your own. Heartwarming message. Kindness costs nothing, but its value is immeasurable. In a world that often feels cold, a single act of compassion can spark hope, inspire transformation, and remind us all of the power of humanity.